everyone, and welcome back to twitch.tv
Hey.
What? Twitch.tv/AWS.
Yeah, I was just say hi.
Hi.
I'm just tired, so I say hey.
Apparently the whole Twitch broadcasting team is feeling a little jet-lagged at the moment. Welcome back. This is our last live streaming session of the day. We will be recapping the announcements, talking about some of our favorites, and then talking a little bit about what's coming up for us tomorrow. So I know there was a whole bunch of announcements this morning at the keynote. I know that maybe I'm a little biased, but my favorites were the...
No kidding, it's going to be container related.
I'm going to say the container things.
Oh, what am I not surprised?
Whatever. No one appreciates me. So actually, now we'll let Adrian. So I'm here with Adrian and Julio. What were your guys' favorite announcements? Let's start with you.
Actually, there's just so many. Between Aurora serverless multi-master, which redefines the physics, the laws of physics, and especially all the cool AI services, from SageMaker to the higher level Amazon recognition video. Hello.
I know.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. So a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
What was your favorite?
I would say Netune. The graph database is something that
That's
we've been
right.
missing for a long time. And along with Dynamo global tables and
global
and backup and restore, it's like the holy grail, the things that we're missing, and for developers everywhere, the data is important. So now we have global tables with DynamoDB, managed graph, serverless relational, whatever. What else do you guys want?
Yeah, and you should not forget S3 Select as well.
You can even query S3 with SQL now, right?
So I was tweeting earlier today about S3 Select. I say, this is the kind of features that are killers. People don't really talk about it, but it might just change the game for a lot of things, especially big data analytics, people that query, directly S3.
It's the quality of life improvement still too, I think, that we were talking about the first day when we kicked things off on Monday, that it's a lot of things that they don't sound that sexy, but it's huge quality of life improvements from being able to query the data that you have in your bucket.
S3, one of the oldest services, the foundation services in AWS, and it keeps on having innovation pushed to it. I just love that.
Someone tweeted at me and they're like, S3 is like the boring old stable grandfather, and I was like,
boring.
I love boring.
Exactly.
Boring isn't getting paged. Boring is working. Boring is reliable. Like, boring is amazing.
Yeah. But tell us about
I love the container announcements. I'm obviously super biased, but
tell us what's the difference. So there was actually
we had two big container announcements. So we had EKS, which is managed Kubernetes for AWS, which is no secret, very widely requested. People have been asking for that. So EKS in preview now, coming in 2018, and then we had Fargate. So it's a whole different way of running containers, right? Because you don't have to manage the underlying infrastructure. You can control everything at the container layer. Right. And that's out right now for ECS, and then coming sometime in 2018 for EKS as well.
So it's a feature of ECS?
I think it's more like an underlying technology.
Okay.
You can use it to power the clusters, both in ECS or EKS. Someone asked about the music in Twitch chat. I actually have no idea. I can ask for you, but I don't know. So that's question number one, unsatisfactory answer. Two, for those of you that are just joining us, this is the recap session. So we're not doing an interview right now.
Not selling anything.
Not selling anything. Other person in Twitch chat. Recap, talking about what happened today, what we've seen, favorite kind of things, and then we'll talk a little bit about looking forward to tomorrow, because we have keynote number 2.
Exactly.
So that's pretty exciting also. So we covered the keynote. What else have you guys seen today that was really cool?
Well, we had a lot of people coming on stage, explain, talk about the technology.
From Twitch, from training and certification, and it's so important. This is the whole week of party for every team, so we have everybody here on stage and sharing what they're doing. This is awesome.
I love the service team interviews because I feel like it's an opportunity that you don't always you don't always get is to hear from the actual people that worked on building the service why they built the things that they did.
And not only hearing, but you can fire questions at
Yeah, you can
them.
ask them like real-time questions about what's going on.
You see those guys here that built Aurora, and this is...
I'm actually interested. How was your day? What did you do? Because I mean, a lot of people are wondering what we're doing, right? You were doing sessions, you were covering stuff.
So I did sessions yesterday.
Okay.
Well, mostly this morning, I feel like I tweeted 1,000 times. I feel like I've got blisters on my fingers. I feel like I tried really hard this morning to do every single announcement ever. So I tweeted. So that was a pretty big part of my day.
You still have fingers?
I had some rehearsal stuff for some action coming up tomorrow.
Okay. Anything you can talk about or not?
Well, we have a second keynote coming tomorrow with some really awesome guest speakers. So I'm actually really excited. Me is one of them, but also more importantly, 2 other women that are joining us. So we have Claire talking about some Cloud9, and then we have Nora Jones from Netflix jumping up also.
Wow, that's going to be cool.
Yeah, so I'm super excited. And then I've been doing the Twitch stuff today, talked to some customers, lots of stuff.
Yeah,
what have you done today?
Well,
I feel like I'm giving a report in class right now where my mom's like, so how did you spend your whole weekend?
Exactly.
And I
So
don't
what
want to
did you
tell her
do,
that
Abby?
it was just, I watched the British Bake Off. So I'm like, oh yeah, I totally went out. Like, I went to the gym, I ate a salad. Definitely all of those things.
Now, for me, I just woke up too late, so I couldn't make it to the keynote. I was really tired last night. It was, I just overslept, so I took the keynote in my room and I did all the announcements as well. And then right here, I had a dev chat.
Oh, I did a dev chat too.
I had a dev chat too, and that was cool. And then,
oh, cool. What did your dev chat about?
Using Firehose and Elasticsearch for centralized logging.
Oh, awesome.
It's cool. So it's actually a use case we did in my previous work. We moved from having log files to having everything on S3 through Firehose and then Elasticsearch globally.
And for those of you who don't know dev chat, this is where we can talk directly to developers and draw things on the board, show things on the console, and have a face-to-face conversation right here behind us.
I would love you guys to see what Ian is doing in front. He's doing some funny pose. Hey, can anyone take a camera on here?
Yeah, I know. Can we move the Twitch camera just down for a little bit?
No, let's not. But Ian he's tired as well, I guess.
Ian got off of Twitch and now he's trolling everyone that's trying to work hard right now.
Have you guys been to the other places, to the other casinos?
No, I've actually not been out of here.
I went to the Aria. So I did 2 sessions in the Aria yesterday and then 1 yesterday here. But the Aria has the giant Alexa, so the giant Echo.
Does it work? Can you actually talk to her?
Mostly, I think people are taking selfies with giant Alexa, which is, to be fair, is exactly what I would do too.
I would love to hook a giant Lambda to a giant Alexa to see what you could do with that.
Yeah, no, I'd get that. I'm kind of wondering if I can take the giant Echo home and just like park it in the corner of my apartment. Maybe put some potted plants hanging off the top. I feel like it would really work for my ambiance.
We may not trigger the giant Alexa, but we triggered many Alexas saying Alexa all the time today.
Exactly.
Alexa.
So Alexa, buy stuff.
So if you didn't hear about the announcements, then here's how we're going to do the recap through Twitch chat. Alexa, tell me what launched with AWS today.
Yeah.
So if your Alexas are listening, now you're listening to all the announcements, and you're welcome.
Classic. Should we get actually a bunch of people here on stage?
There's definitely been a lot of members of the team today that stream that are not just us.
Yeah. So I'd love to have Ian, Gina, Rick, our robots moderator. So everyone thought that Rick was a bot. Rick is
not a new service.
Rick is actually
Elastic
alive.
moderator Rick.
He can poke.
He's not a bot.
Made of flesh. Exactly.
This is Rickbot in the flesh. As soon as Rickbot left his post, someone asked if I was homeless on Twitch chat. So apparently he's been doing a lot of work today.
Can you tell us about your experience with being on the moderator side?
It's great fun, actually. I'm enjoying it. It's the homeless questions are the best, of course, but
Thanks for joining us today,
Yeah.
everybody. It's been awesome.
You want to say something?
No, I'm too tired to talk.
No. All right, thanks everyone. I think we're going to wrap up now.
Yep. Join us tomorrow.
Yeah,
And,
we'll be back online streaming pretty quickly tomorrow. We'll be recapping the keynote. We'll be doing some more service team interviews. So tune back in, twitch.tv/AWS, and we will see everyone in the morning.
Yep.
Have a great night.
Bye-bye.